why we started Nutriforce, and it was back when I was running my martial arts school. We had experimented with a lot of different diets, a lot of different supplements and things. And we were training with guys in the special forces. We were training with the sheriff's department, people who worked in the jails. So we had some pretty rugged and fit guys we were doing training with. Always some kind of big push for supplements and some kind of big push for some type of program that involved a high protein diet, a lot of meat and things like that. The same results would come about. In the end, everybody would eventually break back to their old habits, gain some weight, or they'd get sluggish. The recovery time is really slow. That this particular diet, high in meats, high in the artificial chemical supplements and all these things. It wasn't until my mother's aunt, she got brain cancer, that we really started to experiment and look deeper into what things would actually heal people. This thing called the Genesis diet, that is a diet that is the one that you find that God gave he basically gave Adam and Eve. He told them what to eat. Basically, you could eat all the fruit and all the vegetables that you wanted, and all the nuts and seeds and things like that. And anything outside of that was not to be meat. And as we look now, people are actually getting sick from the foods that they're eating. They're eating meats, which are causing high in fat, a lot of cardiovascular disease, arthritis. The blood actually gets very acidic on a high meat diet, which leads to joint stiffness. They're full of chemicals. You've got growth hormone going into the meat. You've got the antibiotics, because they're in such close proximity that any kind of disease can spread quickly. I think one of the last reports I read that 85% of the cows had bovine tuberculosis. I mean, that's just gross, when you start thinking about it. So Nutriforce is as much geared towards the athlete as it is towards the person who wants to lose weight and just live a healthy lifestyle. It all kind of goes together, this particular diet. The Genesis diet is the one that keeps people the healthiest. Going back to the 1930s, early 1940s, there were all these clinics that started popping up around the United States. And these clinics were using the Genesis diet. And they were using herbs and juices and fresh vegetable diets and things like that. And they were curing people of leukemia and cancer and all these other diseases that were starting to pop up. And the AMA came in, the American Medical Association, and started freaking out on these clinics because they were having results of people actually getting healed from the diseases without using the pharmaceuticals or the medical doctors to do so. And they went on an all-out war against these places. They shut those down, and the information kind of had to go underground. And in fact, now, if you want to be treated by one of these programs that actually they have proven to heal people of sicknesses, you have to go to Mexico. You can't do it here. So we formed Nutriforce to bring this information back out from the underground. And if somebody goes on this program, you are going to lose the fat off of your body. So if you've been trying to lose weight on all these programs where you do crazy things like count calories, if you pick up any vegetable or any fruit, you will not roll around that fruit and find a nutrition label on it or a list of how many calories are in it. There's people out there who literally eat 30 bananas a day, and they are super fit, they are lean, and they are not fat at all. And you have been lied to by these associations telling you must count calories. Artificial stuff that your body does not know how to process, like high fructose corn syrup or sucrose, what the white table sugar. Your body doesn't know what to do with that, freaks out, it gets in too high levels, and it stores it as fat. And it's the same thing if you're eating animals. You're eating this animal fat, which is coming in too large a content. Your body doesn't know what to do with it, and it's storing it as fat because it's too many calories in an unbalanced fashion. But when you're eating nuts, and you're eating berries, and you're eating fruit and vegetables, your body knows what to do with that. In fact, you can hardly eat enough of the vegetables. You can't eat enough salad in a day and vegetables and things like that to worry about gaining weight. You'll just get tired of eating. So on this particular program, you get the healthiest you'll ever be. You get tons of nutrition because we not only add the eating the salads and these aren't gross foods at all. These aren't, because trust me, I'm not one of those people that would just eat dirt if it meant that I was on this vegetarian type of life. I'm not hippie man, so I'm not yoga guy, and I'm not hippie man, so this isn't the game we're playing here. This is about true nutrition. This is about true health, and trying to break the mold of the lies that have been told to people, that have been really marketed by the associations that produce meat, that produce eggs, that produce milk and cheese, and to produce all of the harmful things that we're consuming, all the dietary foods that are labeled fit, slim diet, and to get everything on that ingredients list where they can call it diet or whatever they're calling it. They're filling it full of chemicals. So, hey, you're getting less calories, but we're going to poison you to death. How about some cancer? But you'll look slim. No, not even, because half of the chemicals that are going in it actually cause your body to gain more weight over time than eating some kind of natural form of food. So it's all a big lie, and we expose that, and we've actually formed something called the Nutrition Revolution, so that you can join up and try to help get your family members, because they're going to go to the doctor at some point in time if they get ill with something or they get overweight. And the doctors have a protocol, and that protocol is controlled by the sources that fund the research. And so the research is funded, it's paid for, it's sold as absolute science, it's passed around, and the doctors have to follow protocol, and they have to tell you what's being told to them. So you won't break the mold, and the people controlling the whole big giant cycle, which is another crazy factor. We've studied it enough now to actually realize it is a conspiracy to, one, of course, everybody wants to make money, but it is a conspiracy to make money. But the agendas of these people at the very top of these multi-level corporations, they all seem to be tied together. If you look at the investment groups that own these big associations that control the medical things, that control the pharmaceutical things, that control the food production and all of these things, they all seem to be owned by the same groups. And these same people are making decisions and marketing things to people that are actually literally tied to putting them on a cycle of life. In other words, it seems that they have mapped out the average useful lifespan of a person from the time they are born, what they can feed them, what kind of things they can handle, what chemicals will actually turn into a sickness later, which can then be exploited through the medical community or the hospitals or pharmaceuticals. So what money is left from the person living and working in their controlled environment is then extorted back out through the creation of illness, and then the person dies basically broke or in debt, passing it on to their family members, creating an endless cycle of death and debt. And actually that's very evil. And in fact, what is behind all of this is evil in its highest form, because if you do any studies about it, their intention is to reduce the population by 85%, because they believe that they are the elite and everyone else is useless cattle that they feel the need that they need to eliminate. So if you believe that you're not useless cattle, that your life is important, that the people you love are actually important. If you want to have a super fit and healthy body, a lot of these programs, they know that you will never keep the weight off. You will never stay healthy for a long period of time. So for them, it's a huge marketing ploy, and you keep paying and joining, and maybe you fail again, you keep joining, and it's really a huge. Here at Nutriforce, we've made it can't be any more affordable. I mean, just to start out, you can try it for a week for $4.95. I mean, you can't even go eat fast food for that hardly. So, I encourage you to get started and help us in this nutrition revolution to get the word out, pass it along, and the biggest way that you can do that, besides just trying it for yourself, and that is to become a health coach. When you become a health coach, this isn't like a 2 or 3 year study program or something like that. We've cut all of the junk out, all of the super huge words and all the things that make somebody just seem smarter than someone else. We've narrowed everything down to a very short course, and it's all you need to know. It is really all you need to know about eating healthy and staying in shape and being fit. And I really encourage you, if you're thinking about doing anything for health and helping somebody else in your family, I encourage you to become a health coach. And we show you how to do it, and keep you up to date on things, and how to get clients, how to talk to people, how to teach a class. To me, preventative medicine is much more important than trying to cure somebody after they get sick. So, I really feel that becoming a health coach is as important, if not more important, than becoming a medical doctor at this point in time, because you're actually helping people, of course, with their self-esteem, but you're helping them on a lifestyle to keeping them fit and healthy, living longer lives, being in better moods, being happier, and taking this message out to the rest of the world. So I thank you for watching for a few minutes here, and me answering a couple of these questions. So I don't know if you have any more questions, Susan, but anyway, thank you, and I hope this answers what people are looking for, and letting them know a little bit about what we're about. So I do encourage them to join up. So this isn't a huge multi-conglomerate corporation or anything like that. This is, this is me. This is other people who are very real, who care about you. So to all my friends and family, and to everyone out there, I say thank you and God bless.